January 12th, 1/11, 2024. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We now only have 2 days a week where it's just us three. Costi on Mondays and Fridays generally with us. Romanelli on Wednesdays. Thursdays and Tuesdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's us three. Wow. It's getting crowded over here. Might have to just have more shows. More shows, more stuff instead. So
That's always Mitch's answer. More shows.
Well, we got to, because it's like we can't, like, either we could have one show that just continuously runs like a newscast, and people come in and out of the show, where like we move from segment to segment, which might be the answer, or we just have more shows, Boy, Tyler Bain, no hi, no how you doing, no date, no movie. It's just straight to the sack for him. Jay, where's the picks? It's like thanks. It's like you don't even we all know Jay doesn't put out without a movie. You gotta at least you gotta at least buy him dinner or something. Buy him some popcorn.
They crack me up, man.
It's like the funny thing is, it's like you're not gonna post it, and it's not gonna happen like within the next hour. It's like,
Right.
Oh my God, where is it? No.
That's crazy. You got the right one. Yeah, I know, man.
Well, so Nick Saban steps down, and Bill Belichick parts ways with the Patriots. The greatest college football head coach of this generation, the greatest NFL coach of this generation. Belichick, it didn't say he was gone. I haven't really heard much if he's just packing it in. But Nick Saban says retired, man. It would be odd if they switched jobs, right? If Belichick went to Alabama and Saban went to New England.
Yeah, man. It's interesting. We're gonna see how it plays out.
It's a big opening in the NFL. The Patriots' job prior to Belichick taking it and the success that he had there was really not a great job. It was a horrible job for a very long time with a lot of really bad head coaches. They never really had a lot of success before Belichick. They went to two Super Bowls prior to that. One was with Rod Rust, where they played the 86 Bears. Talk about a bad day at the office. That's like the worst luck you could possibly have. It's like, hey, we made the Super Bowl. We're playing the 86 Bears. It's like the fridge is running in for a touchdown on you. It's like, that was just a bad day. And then, the thing is, they had beat Miami. Miami fumbled like 4 times. The Patriots that year that they played the Bears just were unbelievable at recovering fumbles. And they beat the Dolphins in New England to make it to the championship game, or to the Super Bowl. The Dolphins had beaten the Bears. That was the only loss the Bears had that entire season, was against the Dolphins. Damn Reno.
I think the name I'm throwing in for New England, I think, is the obvious answer. I think it's probably going to be Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Yep. 100% chance.
See, Dan Lanning's the short favorite to land the Alabama job.
I seen that too.
Is that what are they saying?
They're saying Dan Lanning's the favorite to get the Alabama job.
He just said he's not leaving Oregon, man. It's going to be interesting.
I think he's there today.
Yeah, he was plus 300. Pat Shurmur was on the board. I remember that.
I think Dabo's Swinney, man. I'm still going to hold on to that.
Dabo. They're saying Sarkisian, but I don't know if he.
No chance. No chance.
So the odds right now are Dan Lanning at plus 200, Lane Kiffin at plus 400, Sweeney at plus 500, Kalen DeBoer at plus 600, Deion Sanders at 900, Pat Shermer at 1,000.
We coming.
Urban Meyer at 1,000.
Oh, I tell you what, Urban Meyer might be an outside shot there, but I think it's going to be Dabo.
They also got Billy Napier.
Nope.
Mike Norvell.
Billy Napier?
Yeah.
Oh God. So
Sark not on there?
Billy Napier's. Huh?
No, he is.
Sark not on there?
Yeah, he's there.
I don't see him on here.
But what are the ties of Dan Lanning to Alabama? Like, what's his Alabama ties?
Wasn't he an assistant?
Yeah, he was there for a minute, I feel like.
No, he's Georgia defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah, no, it was Georgia.
I don't know, man. I'd rather have Dabo Swinney, man, if I'm Alabama. The problem with Dabo is he hates the transfers. He doesn't like transfer ins. So it's like that's why, he's being kind of pushed out. But I mean, he beat Saban twice, man. Championship games.
Lanning was a graduate assistant in Alabama.
Well, Swinney played at Alabama. He was, generally the way that it goes, for these guys. It's generally when the legend steps down, it's normally a guy that is a true guy to the program. Yeah. When the legend steps down.
I'm gonna go if we had to go right now. Everybody, let's pick one. I'm going Kiffin. I know Mitch going Sweeney. What you doing, Roof?
He's a front runner. He's gonna go Dan Lanning.
I was either gonna say Lanning or I would actually say Urban Meyer.
That's way outside because the thing is, had he just left Jacksonville or whatever, it would have been one thing. But Alabama doesn't really go for that off the field crap. They don't go for it. So I think that I think it's going to be Dabo. I think generally when a big guy steps down, it comes from inside the program. Traditionally that is where the replacement comes from. Tom Osborne, it came from within the program. It generally comes from within the program. So Dabo is the inside guy. And I think that the issue with Dabo is he doesn't like the transfers in. And Alabama knows how important that is.
It's interesting. Interesting.
You guys probably weren't alive for the Bear. The Bear was awesome. He had the houndstooth hat. Man, Bear was crazy, man. The Bear was like, how many titles did the Bear win? Probably not nearly as many as Saban, but he won 6 national titles. The Bear did. 14 SEC titles. But the Bear was the first of the Southern coaches to really break the color barrier and have black players on his team, of the Southern coaches. Because normally the Southern guys, the Southern players always had to play North on the North teams. But when the Bear said, fuck that. I always like the guys that stick themselves out there, He was accused of being a racist at first. And then, in 71, they were like one of the first of the SEC teams. Anyways. But Nick Saban, what a run. Man, I tell you, as a fan of another team that's not Alabama, it's a pretty good day for the rest of us. It's a pretty good day.
I know. I bet.
Cost.
Going to
So
SEC,
of all the people like complaining about what time Jay posts the jam session, just tell me yes or no. Have you ever bought one of Jay's premium picks in the last week? Just say yes or no. Because I mean, you guys demand a lot. It takes him a lot of work and a lot of time to put these together, and you guys are super pushy about it. Have any of you guys bought a premium pick in the last week? If you don't answer, the answer is no. So, anyways, I knew that would stop it in a hurry. It's not necessarily a compliment because he's gonna post it anyway.
Pete Carroll gone yesterday. Bill Belichick gone yesterday. Oof. Who finna coach?
I just saw another couple names pop up on the Alabama thing. I do see Sarkisian now at plus 900, but James Franklin's also popping up as well.
Hell no, he not going. Nah.
He's actually third on the odds on the odds, plus 500.
I wish you could bet the other side of that. Where I load the bank. They're not gonna get fun.
Everybody's saying, well, he can't beat Ohio State and Michigan to get as far away from the Michigan.
Who is this? Sarkisian?
No, James Franklin. He's currently third on the. He's third on the list behind Kiffin and Lanning for the Alabama odds.
Based on who? James Franklin sucks, man.
Oh, I know he does. Oh man, these odds are all over the place. Never mind.
Yeah, I know. Don't nobody know nothing about nothing. We'll see.
Yep, nothing we can do about it. That's for sure. Anyways, got a pretty good schedule of games here. Where's Romanelli? It's Florida Gators. Sorry ass sexy shit. My Cane's not much better. Not much better. I'm trying to get to the graphics here. Man, I just struggle with this stuff. What's the 11th? Basketball. Oh, shoot, no wonder I'm looking at the wrong thing. There's only 5 NBA games. Of course, one of them starts soon. Which, if Jay doesn't get that jam session out, we're never going to get that pick. We only got 3 hours.
It'll be all right.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. All right. We've got go. First game is the Nets, right? Nets, Cavs. All right, we're ready. Nets, Cavs. Chris, what do you think?
Man, I'm still done with the Nets after that debacle against the Portland Trailblazers. These international games can be really tricky just with the travel spot and everything. So I'm gonna lean towards the Cavaliers here. Also, maybe look at the under, but I think the Cavs are the better play in this one. I just can't trust the Nets. The Nets are not the same cover team that was making us money hand over fist earlier on this season.
Cavs for me here too. Same thing Roof said. I just can't trust the Nets right now. I can't trust them on the road at all. Like the last 3 road games, they got their doors blown off. That was in the States. Now in another country. Are they going to stop the bleeding? I don't know. Cleveland, at least we've seen them play well recently, and I think they are the better team anyway, playing the better basketball. So short number, weird spot, but I'm sprinkling on Cleveland because I'll be watching that one.
I'm taking Cleveland as well. I think there's the better team. It almost seems too obvious, almost like Green Bay yesterday. But it was all Green Bay yesterday. All those Iwapui jumpers early on our show. They're up by 8. Oh, Iwapui's going to do it. They ain't doing it. Not doing it. The voice of everyone.
Sound like Romanelli.
No, it's Rod, the voice of everyone. The voice of everyone. Everyone's like, Iwapui's going to do it.
I still remember when you called him the voice of everyone and you lost it.
The voice of everyone.
The voice of everyone. Rod's Wacky.
Rod's Wacky. The voice of everyone.
And then there was the one person in the comments who was like, he's not speaking for me.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. I love that when he says everyone. To me, it's like the YouTube comments that you see when it says to be 100% honest. It's like you know it's going to be total bullshit when they say that. It's like whenever they say something,
full transparency.
Yeah, whenever they say something like that, it's always like total horseshit. You know, it's like to be 100% honest. Like, this guy never wins. Celtics playing against the Bucks. That Celtics line yesterday, wild across the board there. Ended up at 10.5 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Of course, landed right smack in it, in the mud puddle, as they say. What a mess that thing was.
Yes, it was.
We really went down the toilet on that ugly bitch. Anyways, Jay, the Celtics on the back-to-back.
Everybody knows.
Giannis's brother.
Everybody knows. I think this is likely going to be the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, God.
And everybody knows, I think, that Boston is head and shoulders the better team. And I think Boston is the best team in the NBA. No! I said those things.
Mm-hmm.
But the spot in this game yells Milwaukee. It just does. And I hate betting Milwaukee. I don't do it often, but tonight I think I have to. Revenge game for the Bucks who lost earlier. Bounce back game at the crib for Milwaukee. Statement game for Milwaukee. All 3 are on the board. For Boston, you got back end of a back-to-back with travel. Coming off an overtime game after playing one of the best defensive teams in the NBA yesterday. It's just a bad spot, man. And the Celtics have been pretty bad against the number on the road anyway all season. At home is where they be hooping, where they still haven't lost a game. All 8 of their losses this season are out on the road. I got to take the Bucks here. The Celtics are the better team, but we all know the better team doesn't win every single game in the regular season. It's just not how it goes. So with that being said, tonight the spot yells Bucks.
I'm taking the Celtics. I hate both these teams, but I do like all the overs and the Giannis brothers player props. But I think that we're getting good value here on the Celtics, and it's like for no reason. The Bucks play no defense whatsoever, man. This game probably comes down to like the last shot. We're getting more than a 3. It's like the Bucks are ass, man. They play no defense whatsoever. It's like the Celtics can score. I think that the Celtics may be there again to finish second place in the East, losing the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they certainly have a chance to have that. They have that sort of ability to do that, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose. But maybe they might not even make it. Maybe they make it to the semifinals, lose to the Heat or the Sixers. But the Bucks are first round playoff losers, man. They got booted out of town, and they're worse defensively than they were then, man. They're going to get rung up. I'm taking the Tatums. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Tatums as well. For how much we bash the Celtics on the road, they are 5-2 against the number in their last.
I don't just bash the Celtics on the road. Let's make things clear. I bash them from start to bottom, from top to bottom, before the season started, and I'll be bashing them when the season's over, even if they win the whole thing, which isn't going to happen.
This is fair. But they are 5-2 in their last 7 on the road. And the Milwaukee Bucks 7-11-1 as a home favorite this season, but 2-7 against the spread when they have a rest advantage.
Well, that was a little snarky there, Chris, the way you said that.
No. I'm just saying I didn't know this.
Really,
I had no idea.
It's kind of like you're smarter than us or something.
No, I'm not. Believe me, that is not the case.
We know that. Wow, man. A little
wow, you didn't have to say it. I mean, it was I was trying to imply it, but you didn't have to come out and say it. I'm handing out
tough
bullets
show,
here.
Man. This is a tough show.
Jeez. Boston 4-2 against the spread on no rest this season, so give me the Celtics and the points.
Thunder Buddies for life taking on the Portland Trailblazers. One thing that I don't like to do is bet on the Portland Trailblazers in general. I'm just going to take the Thunder. They beat my Heat. It's like
smashed them.
They didn't smash them. It came down to the last minute on the cover, man. Seriously. Smashed them. That's like Washington kicked the shit out of Texas. Cowboys kicked the crap out of the Commanders.
No, they didn't smash them, but they covered though. Shout out to Thunder Buddies, man.
I'm taking the Thunder. I was off them yesterday and back on them today. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm on the Thunder as well here. Outside of that win over Brooklyn, Portland's been getting roasted on this road trip, losing by 20 plus in all the other 4 games. Thunder, one of the best, if not the best home cover team in the NBA, one of the best teams overall. Complete mismatch here. Give me the Thunder.
Word for word, bar for bar with Roof. Thunder Buddies for life.
Next up, we go to Dallas, where the Mavs take on the Knicks. The Knicks have been red hot. Mavericks, I'm telling you, the games that it looks like they have no chance are the games that they win, and the games that look like the layups are the ones that they lose. They are basically the Kings, better version. They're better version of the Kings.
They're Kings-esque. You're right. I will agree with you. They're Kings-esque.
Well, here's a big chance for them again in a game where they don't figure to win.
No Luka. Injury report look like a mile long. Knicks rolling. I'm not betting this game. I've said that for like the last 10 Mavericks games. I'm not betting this game. Last year I couldn't stop betting them. This year I can't get on them. I just can't do it. I'm not betting the Knicks. I lean. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Knicks are red hot. The Knicks are the most public play on the board today, though. I'll tell you that. If you got the stomach to do it, take the Mavs. If you don't, I say just leave this game alone. And I know I kind of said something different on the jam session, but these are my honest thoughts. Like I told them I'm not betting this game there too, and I told them the way the Knicks have been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they came in here and won this basketball game and covered. But in that same breath, I wouldn't be surprised if my guy Jaden Hardy, Kyrie, and them got busy tonight and pulled it out, like Mitch said. Sometimes it just takes Mitch to say something to kind of push me over the edge. Sometimes it happens. That's why I love the show.
The thing is, I've kind of, in the NBA, I started the season, I was really cold, and then I got hot, and then I got cold again, and then I've been hot again recently. But part of the way that you stay hot in the NBA is avoiding these landmine games where it's like, you might miss a couple winners here and there, but you avoid these landmines, man. And this is one. I didn't take I liked the Sixers last night, but I didn't have this premium. Same thing here, It's like I kind of like the Knicks here, obviously for all the right reasons. But then why is the line only 4 and 4.5? And I even see 3.5s out there.
Yep. That's kind of essentially. I'm with you. We don't have to bet every game, and this is kind of one I just.
Yeah, and that's I'm just here to fade Ruffolo's ass. I want to see who he has. This is kind of why he's here. Chris?
Fade me if you want on this one. I'm taking the Knicks. I said before, I'm done with the Mavericks. After that performance against the Memphis Grizzlies.
DJ hands on hips. I'm done with the Mavericks. That's like my wife with that Colts. I'm done with the Mavericks.
I am. And now you got to play without Luka Doncic against a Knicks team that's red hot, 5-0 against the spread. The addition of OG Anunoby looking like it's paying dividends for the Knicks.
I call him a newbie.
Yeah. He's a newbie to this team. I think Jalen Brunson's going to come. Thank you. I was waiting. I think Jalen Brunson's going to come out with a chip on his shoulder tonight against his former team. He normally does. So give me the Knicks.
Give me a K. Give me an N. We got the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Suns. I'll tell you one thing, man. The Lakers hate the Suns' guts. Chris, what do you got? Are you up or Jay's up? Jay's up. Oh no, it's got. You went last, so it's like So it's got to be me.
It's you.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lakers in this one, man. They hate the Suns' guts. They just always beat them. I don't care. I'm taking the Lakers. It's like, to me, the Lakers and the Suns, both these teams, right? 18 and 18, 20 and 19. Both the Lakers are the Lakers, man. And the Suns, well, they're supposed to be, this great team this season. It's like they both seem to win when they really want it, And then when the rest of the time they just go through the motion. They can't go through the motions and and win. They have to really want it. I think the Lakers against the Suns, they just always seem to want it.
Yeah, and that's
chill while in the comments, but I get what you're saying. But chill. Chill. I get your point. But chill. Lively do be hooping. He's a huge part of our team. But chill. Done, man. Luka. Timothy. If he was in tonight, I would 100% be on the Mavs. No question, no doubt. 1,000,000%.
Most people would believe that you would still be on the Mavs even with him not. Because you always take the Mavs.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You got Brunson back. I forgot to mention it. You got Brunson back in Dallas tonight. You got Randall, who grew up here in Dallas. Play high school basketball back in Dallas tonight. I could see them coming in here and just trying to go crazy, like you know what I mean. Like two guys motivation spot at home, or like a spot they've called home for a significant amount of time. I don't know how many times Brunson's been back since. Let me see, since he left. I know we played them in New York, but I feel like when we played them in New York, he didn't play. So I don't know. I can just see him and Randall trying to hoop while I'm at. Give me the Knicks. Give me the Knicks. I'm taking the Knicks.
And do you see that? That is how you twist Jay's arm.
Sorry.
I'm on the Mavs. You know why? Sucker bet.
It might be. And
this is when the Mavs always. Then why isn't the line 5.5? Man,
I know you're right.
It's
you're
like
right.
Why isn't it 5.5, 6? No Lively, no Luca. I mean, look at the comments. No Rubio. Man, look. It's like, no Beal.
Nah, you're right. It's Bill. I think Bill might be in tonight.
No way. Game time decision. I can tell you what the decision's going to be.
You on the lake show tonight, Roof?
Yeah, I think I have to be. I'm just, again, the Suns are another team I want no part of. So Lakers are passed for me in this one.
Yep. Give me the lake show. The lake show Lakers, man. They done won back-to-back at the crib. I think they stack a third straight. They've won all three this season versus Phoenix. I think they make it a fourth straight versus them. As much as I harp on Atlanta being the gift that keeps on giving, I mean, right there is also the Phoenix Suns. Like, the thing is, I just think those two teams are two of the most overvalued teams in the NBA currently. Like, people and the perception of them, they are better than what they actually are. For at least the Suns, they kind of have a built-in excuse. They haven't been healthy for a team that is star-driven. So, I can see a path for them on the back end, making some noise happen. But for like Atlanta, I don't know. It's over for them boys. But like even tonight, Lake Show Lakers at the crib, man. I just see Bron having a solid game. AD played good last game. I think they just keep the momentum rolling forward. They have to stack some wins here, especially their home wins. So I'm taking the Lakers. LeGoat James, as you will. Don't get mad at me, nobody in the comments. My GOAT, LeBron.
Dope.
What?
I just want to say that. I don't know. Sometimes I just speak to hear myself say things.
The GOAT. That was a good one. All right. The timing was actually on point. I get it.
Sorry, my eyes a little bit itchy.
Well, could be a two-man show. we got fill-ins for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday already for you. So, believe it, the seat's not going to get cold. Hey, anyone out there looking for a gig for a live show? You got to get up the middle seat.
Where would you rather be on a Thursday morning?
Kind of upset, man. No more football on Thursdays. Like they were bad games, but at least it was there. And NFL, she came and she's gone. Like it's over.
After this week, there's only 7 games left.
I know, man. That's insane. Like she came and she went. College football too. She's over. It's done.
It's like the ending from Ferris Bueller.
It's almost time for that baseball.
Oh God,
I know.
don't say
She's
that.
around the corner. Around the corner, Rue.
It's gonna be spring training in like a month.
Yeah, just around the corner.
It's like the last thing I wanted to hear this morning.
Sports, man. Next year they're gonna look a lot different. All these coaching changes, like sports as we know it, is over, man. Like the goats is retiring, the legends is retiring. Coaches, players, it's a new day. I feel like I'm an old head now. Like you don't remember Bill Belichick.
You'll be
This
like
is the first
me.
time where you're.
It'll be me. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, March Madness, Matt, JR, you right. That's around the corner. I can't wait. I'll be in Vegas. Vegas for the first time. College hoops.
Yep. Got a little bit lighter card, right?
It's heavier card, just a lot more spread out.
Spread out. Maine against New Hampshire. We got UMass, gives me gas. Lowell against New Jersey Institute of Technology. We got Vermont, the Catamounts versus the UMBC. Those are the Retrievers. JMU versus USA. Georgia State versus Old Dominion. We got Coastal versus App State. FIU versus New Mexico State. Bryant versus Binghamton. Chattanooga, that's the Mocs, up against VMI. Hampton versus William & Mary. Towson versus Stony Brook. UNC Wilmington versus Monmouth. Northeastern versus Hofstra. Charleston versus Elon. North Carolina A&T versus Drexel. Campbell versus Delaware. Maryland versus Michigan. Tulane, Florida Atlantic. Chris, any of these?
Let's go with Michigan plus the 5.5 against Maryland. Maryland the worst. I don't want to be laying 5.5 points with the that one at the end really needs to mind her business. I just don't want to lay 5.5 points with the worst offense in the Big Ten.
I'll tell you who's the worst team in the Big Ten is Michigan.
They're not the worst team in the Big Ten.
Yes, they are. Yeah, let's look at their Big Ten games this season. Lost Penn State, lost at home to Minnesota, lost at home to Indiana, won at Iowa. They lost to Florida. They lost to McNeese State by 11. They lost to Texas Tech by 100. They lost to Oregon. They've lost to everybody. They stink. I'm sorry, Chris. Well, actually, I'm not even sorry. I'm not even sorry. I'm not sorry. Not one bit. I'm always apologizing for you. Jay thinks
2-1
Ron thinks Jay needs to check Ron Palm.
Yeah, he told me that. Sorry. Mr. Palm.
They're Michigan's 2-1 straight up and against the spread on the road. Wins against St. John's, Iowa in conference, and an overtime loss at Oregon where they missed out on the cover by a half point. Maryland.
There's like a technical betting term for a team like this. You know?
Yeah. What is it?
They blow.
Yeah. Give me Hofstra as well against Northeastern. I don't trust this Husky defense either.
Get your pride on. Is it Pride Month? Hofstra?
It's Pride Year.
Hofstra.
You know what I like in this slot, man? I'm taking a green wave. Give me Tulane at the crib. They've been hooping at the crib for the most part. I know they got beat up on the road by UNT. That happens. And FAU, we know what's up with FAU, but I don't like them on the road, man. They done lost back-to-back on the road. Don't trust them. It's a lot of lumber to lay. They probably beat my green wave today, but that's a lot of lumber to lay. I'm going to take Tulane.
Huh. I like Maryland over Michigan. Michigan sucks. I wouldn't bet your money on them. They're terrible. I also like the X's against Charleston. I just like saying it. I admit it. Formerly known as Twitter. So weird, right? Like, why do they do that?
I call it Twitter, and I will never address it as X.
Formerly known as Prince. The artist formerly known as Prince. Texas Grand Valley, Rio Grande Valley, the Vaqueros up against Seattle. Got Texas Arlington up against Utah Valley. Semford, the Bulldogs, up against Greensboro. Kansas City, the Roos, up against North Dakota State Bison. St. Thomas versus South Dakota State. Jackrabbits. Omaha versus North Dakota. Oral Roberts versus South Dakota Coyotes. Alabama A&M versus Alcorn. Alabama State versus Jackson State. Tennessee Martin versus Western Illinois. SIU Edwardsville versus Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles. Southeast Missouri versus Lindenwood. Eastern Illinois versus Moorhead. ULM versus USM. Arkansas State versus Texas State. Central Arkansas, Eastern Kentucky. Northern Alabama, Bellarmine. Oof. that is one ugly mud of a card. Jay, take a stab at it.
Ooh. Ooh. Let me get give me UT Arlington at the crib against Utah Valley. UT Arlington, I know they've been struggling, but they've been on the road. I think coming back home, it's going to be a breath of fresh air for these boys. Utah Valley, they're good, but they're not great in my opinion. I think UT Arlington can right the ship at home. Give me I kind of like Morehead State.
Eastern Illinois' defense is so bad, man, and Morehead State's even so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Morehead State. Even though they're on the road, I'm gonna rock with them laying the pretty solid number.
I'm with you on that one. I think Moorhead wins by double digits in that thing. Moorhead, more points, more everything. I also like SIU Edwardsville, Southern Illinois Edwardsville against Southern Indiana. A little bit of a chip on their shoulder. I think they don't like the Screaming Eagles in there. Like, who comes up with that name? Screaming Eagles. Not a good look. Utah Tech versus the Eggs versus Stephen F. Oof. You don't want to. Stephen F. doesn't want to wind up with egg on their face in that one. Middle Tennessee against La Tech. Grand Canyon versus Abilene. Montana State against Northern Arizona.
that's
Yeah. Dipping our
one of
toe
our
in the water into the big sky. What's that, Jay? Sorry.
I said that Grand Canyon Abilene Christian, one of our games right there.
Got Sac State versus Weber State. I've been on Weber State for a bunch this year, man. I've been winning a lot of money on them. Longwood against Redford. Davis. Where is Mike Davis? Against Cal State Northridge. Just disappeared. He just kind of disappeared. It was weird, right? I didn't fire him or nothing, you know. I didn't. Normally I fire these guys that are gone, right? People don't say anything. But this guy, he actually just disappeared into thin air. Which is vanished. Utah versus UCLA. Illinois versus Michigan State. Montana versus Colorado. Might be moving to Montana. Going to raise me a crop of dental floss. Santa Clara versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga holding on to their 23rd ranking and their spot in the Rod Zwiecki hat collection. Cal Baptist versus Tarleton State. Portland State versus Idaho State. The Gauchos of UCSB taking on Bakersfield. Oh, man, Bakersfield bad. UC San Diego up against What Up Beaches? Long Beach State. San Diego, terrible, up against San Francisco. God, I mean, how's that line only 10.5? Pepperdine against Pacific. UC Riverside, Cal Poly. Washington, the Huskies, up against Arizona State. Oregon State, Stanford, St. Mary's, Portland, and Hawaii, now favored over UC Irvine, the Anteaters. I'm going to take Oregon State against Stanford. I think they're much, much improved, Oregon State. I think they're one of the most improved teams, and I think getting points at home, you got to just take them. I also like San Francisco against San Diego on principle alone, and the Gauchos against Bakersfield. I'm insulted, personally, by that one. I don't understand it. Well, maybe it could be. I mean, what is it? Well, the Gauchos' defense isn't very good, but at the same time, I mean, the Bakersfield defense is offensive. I mean, it's bad. I mean, you're 333rd against the three and defending the three. It means you just give up a lot of three-pointers. It's tough to win games like that. I also like Long Beach State, man. What Up Beaches against?
What Up Beaches?
I don't understand why they're a dog here. They've beaten much
UC
better.
San Diego's been really. UC San Diego's really good this year.
So are the Beaches.
Oh no, I know they are. I'm just saying UC San Diego's been like this is the best they've ever looked.
Compared to what?
Like compared to how they've looked in past seasons.
Like they had something like they had an unbelievable 27-2 Final Four run or something.
No,
I mean,
but
like what are you talking about?
This was a team that was like normally, a 10-win team, like year in and year out, maybe 11, 12 wins. But they're like crushing it on offensive efficiency. They would normally finish around the 200s. Crushing it offensively, really good defensively. That's the best Tritons team we've seen since they came up.
That ain't saying much. I'm not buying what you're selling. What up, Beaches? All right, what do you like in this slot besides your San Diego soapbox that you're on over here?
No, I'm not on a San Diego soapbox.
We'll just call you the Triton. We'll call you the former
Oh,
our
man.
former co-host.
Wow.
Yep. Our former remember when Ruffolo used to be on the show with us? It'd be like
Maybe
me
I
talking
should
about
call
like the 78 Alabama Penn State game.
Yeah.
Remember? Jay'll be like, yeah, Ruffolo used to say that when he was on the show.
Man. I'm just in one of those like mood states. I don't even have anything for Utah Tech, man. Like normally I got something, but I got nothing for them today. Against Stephen F. I think they're going to get poached.
Sometimes the chickens just come to roost, That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're going to be walking on it. The coach going to be walking on eggshells after the game. I think it's just going to be very, very very, very tense locker room in that one. I think they're going to get crushed. Give me Utah laying the 8.5 against UCLA. This could be the worst UCLA team that we've ever seen in the Mick
Then
Cronin
why is
era.
the line dropping?
I don't know. Sharp chasers. Utah's just a far better team. And at home, I think they win that one by double digits. I think Mick Cronin's seat's getting a little bit toasty. Give me Michigan State plus the 2.5 against Illinois. I don't like this Michigan State team, but I think this is where Tom Izzo makes his money. The conference underdog. I think it's where Illinois is going to really feel the absence of Terrence Shannon Jr. So give me Michigan State there. And give me Gonzaga laying the 7.5. I have no idea why the line's dropping in that game. But I'll take it. It's at a reasonable number.
I'm taking Illinois. Michigan State. At home, I ain't going to fade them too much. On the road, I think we're going to be able to make money fading them. I think my thoughts are still the same. They're not the same team as they have been in years past. We'll see if I'm right. So I'm going to take Illinois short home favorite.
No
I'm going to lay they'll be all right. I'm going to lay the points there with Grand Canyon.
Grand
Canyon. Y'all know I've been on them boys all year. I think they come out balling. Abilene Christian on the road sounds like a fade. Tarleton. I know they're on the road against Cal Baptist, but they might beat them boys outright. They disrespecting us with that line. Especially the way that what's the name? Especially the way that California Baptist has played recently. Give me Tarleton there. That's what I like in this slot.
What up, beaches? Hockey.
Huge card.
Excitement. Skate on over to the NHL. Chris, you gonna take this one?
I gotta start putting some NHL premiums in, bro. I'm low key hot, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You're on the leaderboard.
I know, but I barely put them in because I be scared. I only put it in hockey if I absolutely love it. And I was mad at myself because I love the Stars yesterday. Me and Chris talked about it. It was a layup. And I didn't put it in.
We'll break it in half. We got 13 games. So you got Ottawa, Buffalo, Anaheim, Carolina, Edmonton, Detroit, LA, Florida, San Jose, Montreal, Vancouver, Pittsburgh, and New Jersey, Tampa Bay. Jay, what do you like there?
Call me crazy, Chris, but you know me, man. I look for them nice sizable dogs first. That's where I start in hockey. Call me crazy, man, but I think the Sharks might be able to get it done tonight, man. I do. I think they're due. The first game between them two teams was close. I know it was in San Jose, but Montreal ain't nothing special. They're not. And the Sharks, although they are an automatic fade most nights, I could see them biting some Canadians today. So take the Sharks there. And where we stop at?
I
don't remember.
I know I don't. Devils and Lightning.
Way to take control of the programming.
Sorry. Give me
Chris. he's hosting the segment.
I guess that's all I really love here in this first little slot then, Chris. I'm gonna just rock with San Jose as a dog.
I'm not really sure where I'm going with this one.
Been a minute.
Yeah. Sticking right with the old logo, new logo. I'm going to go take Montreal against the Sharks.
You're not rocking with the Sharks tonight? Tonight's the
Nope.
night.
Nope. It's not the night. And a lean on Vancouver.
Chris, tell him tonight's the night, bro. Tell him.
So you want to know something?
Hmm.
There are a lot of sushi bars in Montreal that are probably going to be serving up shark fin tonight.
That was good.
It'll be less shark fiend.
I said the Sharks Canadians tonight, so I see what you did there.
Less shark fiend.
Yeah, until the Sharks. Yeah, and Jay could be right. This could be the spot, but until the Sharks show me that they can actually, get up and win a game on the road and show up with a pulse, I'm not gonna back them. It's more of a fade of San Jose than it is back in Montreal, and the price is going up. So if you like Montreal that much, I would say get on them now because it's going to keep going. I do like Edmonton, though, to win this one in regulation against the Red Wings. This Edmonton team winning games left and right. I think they've won 8 in a row, and they've done it with defense as well. And never something I thought I'd say about the Oilers, but Edmonton playing really well. So give me the Oilers. And I'm with Mitch. Give me the Canucks. I like the way they're playing. I like them at plus money there. But the last 6 on the board for NHL: Seattle, Washington. You got Toronto and the Islanders. You got the Rangers and St. Louis. Chicago, Winnipeg. Calgary, Arizona, and Boston, Vegas.
Chris, I'm steady smoking, cracking. You feel me? Like, I'm just not hopping off, bro. I told you. I'm just not hopping off until they give me a reason to. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep riding the cracking. Let me Seattle in that one, man. Until they fall off, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm just going to ride them. And then y'all already know. Back end of the card. Dog at home, Chris? Dog at home. What has Calgary done to suggest that they're going to come in here and beat us? This is going to be what? Our 5th home game straight? We just dubbed the Bruins. Now we're a dog at home to Calgary? Stop it. They've been hating on us all year, man. I'm taking the Coyotes money line.
They have won 8 of the last 9 Calgary has in the matchup, but
fair. See, I don't know that, but
but
disrespectful.
But they haven't met yet. But I will say I'm with Jay in the sense that they haven't met yet this season. So that goes back to last year when the Coyotes were a bit of a different team. Mitch, anything in the second half of the schedule?
Sure. Thanks for asking, Chris. I appreciate it. I'm going to roll with the Chicago Blackhawks here, plus 310 against the Winnipeg Jets. Jets. I'm also going to take Boston against Vegas. I looked at it for a second wrong. I thought it said vegan, but it's actually Vegas. I'm going to take Boston in that one. I'm going to fade it because I just think anything sprouted, you know what that does to my stomach. I'm going to have to roll with Boston in that. I'm going to parlay up the Bruins and the Celtics, to be honest with you, in our next segment.
Yeah, give me the Coyotes there, and give me the Boston Bruins as well. Vegas will be fine. They'll right the ship eventually, but right now they're not scoring goals on the back-to-back after playing in Colorado, getting shut out. And they got to take on a rested Boston team. I think Vegas is in trouble here, so give me the Boston Bruins.
I wasn't gonna do it, but Ruffolo on us tonight too, so you know I got it. Let's go Coyotes, man. I like them boys, man. I gotta go. I'm gonna catch a game this year. I gotta go catch a game. I gotta go to Arizona. I might gotta catch them. Let's see. Do they play my Stars here? Let me see.
If you play it right, Jay, you'll be able to see them. You can probably do a baseball double with the D-backs, Los Serpientes, and then also the Coyotes.
That would be a pretty sweet.
Los Serpientes.
So they do come to Dallas on the 20th of March, and then we go play them there on the 24th of March. Is baseball back then?
Yeah. Nope. April. No. Figure it out.
All right, we'll see.
We'll go to the parlay section of the show.
Parlay, parlay, parlay.
Pretty quick show here.
Are we under an hour?
Bama over under 6.5 wins next season. Over.
Under.
No Bedard. Yeah, we know that. No Rubio.
Someone said Le Sushi Tabernacle.
Tatum and Brown
Birthday.
questionable. They've been questionable in my book for quite some time. Chris, I'm waiting for your parlay. We've got all
Okay.
day.
Sorry, I didn't. All right. Give me Utah. Give me Michigan State and Gonzaga.
Give me Seattle Kraken. Give me the Cleveland Cavaliers. And give me the San Jose Sharks.
I'm going to take the Celtics, the Bruins, and then Stephen F. Austin in a pure fade of the eggs. They've expired. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Really not a very long show today, man. We're really slipping, just barely over an hour. Of course, we only had 5 NBA games and a bunch of college games, and nobody even knows half these teams. But that is what we do. And yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for the show, well, keep them to yourself. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Seriously, if you have any suggestions, let Chris know.